And good morning, everybody. I'm just having my last cup of tea before I get on the road. Today I was going to ride northeast to a place called Attar. Now, I was told that there's 2 petrol stations there and I would get petrol no problem at all. But I was speaking to a biker who came to the campsite yesterday, who'd just come from Attar, and said the petrol stations there don't have petrol. And if you want to get petrol, you've got to get it on the black market, which means asking someone who will ask someone, and then someone will mysteriously conjure up 20 litres or whatever in old milk bottles and things like that. And I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head north today. I'm going to go to Nouhadibou, which is a 300-mile ride, and it's going to take me most of the day, probably about 5 or 6 hours. And it's just going to be a straightforward, flat-out ride with nothing to the left of me or the right of me except desert. It's going to be boring. It's going to be a long day, but at least I'm heading north. So, and then hopefully in a couple of days I'll be in Morocco, where I can hopefully get some more tea, because I'm desperately running out of tea. And there we go. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
I'm a traveling spirit, I've seen many shores, from the West Pacific to the island of Kenya. They treat me like a son anywhere I go, and even though no one can tell, I still feel that I'm alone. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own, on my own. I have learned that no one else can carry this load. It's a train where I'm the only passenger on board. Oh, there is beauty to enjoy on this road, but even so, I still feel that I'm alone. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own, on my own.
And hello everybody, everybody on the internet, everybody who's following and my subscriber. What a day I've had today, and it started off really good. I got on the road by 10 o'clock, a bit before 10, stopped to get just to top up my fuel, and I got on the road and I had a really good day. It was going really well. Um, Sometimes things go too well, don't they? And I got about halfway, a place called Tube, and there's some petrol stations there. Fortunately, they had petrol, so I topped up there, had a little bit of a break, got back on the road again, and about 10 kilometres outside the town, I was just stuck behind a couple of trucks. I came up to some trucks, and there's some trucks coming the other way, so I was just waiting for the moment, and I couldn't really see the road ahead. Then all of a sudden, because I was behind the truck and I couldn't see the road, there's a huge big pothole. I tried to avoid it, but I went slap bang straight into the big pothole. Anyway, oh no. Anyway, everything was okay. Then all of a sudden, my back end started fishtailing. And then all of a sudden, I had to stop. And I stopped, did an emergency, did a quick stop, and my back tyre was flat. And well, and you've seen the damage, haven't you? There it is. That's a cracker, isn't it? That's great. So what I did was I managed to turn the bike around and going very, very slowly, about less than 10 miles an hour really, trying to keep my weight forward. I fishtailed back into the town again. I went all the way back in the town. It took forever, and the sweat was dripping off me because it was middle of the afternoon, and finally got to the town, got to a tyre place, and it was fast asleep. Bless his cotton socks because it was the afternoon. Woke him up, brought him outside, and anyway, I got the back wheel off, and he had a look at it, and he tried to hammer the dent out a bit, but I stopped him because I didn't want him to break the alloy. Anyway, I said about an inner tube, and he got the idea of an inner tube. He didn't have a motorbike inner tube, so he sent his son out to check the other tyre places. He came back, no one had a motorcycle inner tube, so we used a car inner tube and put it in there and helped him get the tyre back on onto the wheel. And then I put the wheel on, and that was it. And the tyre's been great. So I've kept the speed down. I've not gone over 80. I don't want to tempt fate too much. And I made well, and really all that took about an hour and a half, really. And it was the middle of the afternoon. It was hot, and I was working at the side of the road, and there's all these lorries coming past on sand. But anyway, I got the bike fixed, got it sorted, and got on the road again. And I got to Nouhadibou about half an hour ago, and the sun's just setting, and I'm at Villa Maguela, which I was here a few weeks ago, and it's beautiful. And there's the bike. That's where I'm camped, just there under a tree, which will be great tomorrow because I'll be under the shade a little bit. And these are two Swiss guys. They were at the same camp that I was at yesterday. They left about half an hour before me. Maybe I should have left with them. That would have been a good omen, really. But and there we go. So I'm going to stay here for a couple of nights, maybe 2 nights, maybe 3 nights, because it's really comfortable here and I feel at home and the food's great. And then I'm going to head back up to Morocco. And fortunately, the back wheel's fine. Just goes to show the V-Strom can really take a good hammering. The ABS, I'll maybe take my back brake off tomorrow because the ABS says it's not working, but who needs ABS anyway? So, but there we go. And today I've done about 300 miles, and it took the best part of the day. And I'll tell you, it was an absolutely grueling ride because 300 miles, it's hot. But that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is there's no scenery. It's just desert on your left, desert on your right, and it's just absolutely nothing. And it's just like that for mile after mile after mile, and it's really, really boring. But in one respect, I can't wait to get back to Morocco because at least the scenery is good. But in Mauritania, it's just flat and featureless. So anyway, that's me. I'm at the Villa Miguela again, and enjoying myself. And I've survived another day. I really, it was so lucky to happen where it did, because I was just 10 kilometres from that town and there's a tyre place. If I would have gone much further than that, I really would have been in trouble. Would have had to end up getting the bike on the back of a truck or taking the wheel off, and it would have been an absolute nightmare. So I was really lucky that it happened so close. But once I started going back to the town, because the tyre was loose on the rim, it was just the bike was just fishtailing all over the place. But I'll tell you what, I'm really glad I got the Motos GPS tyres, because they've got a really stiff sidewall, really stiff sidewall, and you can actually run them flat. And that's what I was doing for about 10k. I was running it flat, even though it was actually rotating on the wheel. But and I was sort of fishtailing, and I was almost leaning on the bars to try and keep the weight forward. But I think if I would have been using other kinds of tyres, I think the tyres would have been shredded to pieces, and I would have been really in a mess then, because where can I get a tyre for that thing down here? Nowhere. But so I'm so lucky that I'm so glad that I fitted the Motos tyres, because they're so tough, and you can run them flat, which is fantastic, and that's what I was doing today. Anyway, I'm going to go for a shower now, get washed, and then it's food, and then I'm going to get into the night because I'm absolutely tired. So thanks for watching, and I don't know when you're going to see this video, but it'll be sometime soon. And take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.